What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back for a recap of Belle Collective. This is for season 3. I will have the episode number in the description. Girl. Honey, where do we begin? Like, first off, I want to say this. I would have more respect for the women on this show if they had more respect and love for themselves. From LATRICE to LATIASHIA. I think everybody else is doing pretty good. Tambra, you a liar. You don't want to live with Damon. Girl, why are you on this show? I just feel like Tambra does not fit the show. I like Akeisha. I like Soguchi. You know, they're doing pretty well with their men. And to me, their men actually represent husbands. I just feel like, LATISHA, what are you doing? And you actually did an interview with Carlos King where you got to saying that it's so many women that DM Glen and he's so sexy. Girl, where? That man is not sexy like that. I'm sorry. He ain't even Wesley Snipes, okay? Like, and Wesley Snipes, honey, he was a nice piece of chocolate, honey, okay? Like, back in his day. He was, okay? Like, just, that was the chocolate, honey, that you really wanted, okay? But, girl, Glen is a Tootsie Roll that I done stepped on several times. That's what Glen is serving. Okay, like, LATISHA, you are delusional. Like, you are. You're delusional. I'm gonna need for you to get a backbone, and I'm gonna need for you to leave this man. I just feel like you are making a fool out of yourself, like all of y'all, except for Marie, because Marie has finally got her shiggity together, honey. She done left her raggedy man alone. We got Gucci and we got Akeisha. They're good with their men. The rest of y'all, it's just like, it's tired, it's delayed, it's through. LATRICE, you talking all this bullshiggity in your confessional about another woman, but yet you don't have the same mouth when you get in front of your husband. You acting like a little 12-year-old Girl Scout. Okay, make it make sense. And then you like to go in and out with this boss woman energy. Like, forget your business. How about love yourself? Have respect for yourself and leave this man alone. Like, you look a fool. Okay? Like, for real, y'all self-esteem, like, look so low. LATISHA and LATRICE. Okay? And Tambra, you just look like a clown that like to lie and... Child, you over there making up storylines at this point just to stay relevant on the show. But anyways, you guys, we pick up where we left off with LATRICE and Soguchi. Gucci ends up confronting LATRICE about going with another realtor instead of, buying the property that, she had showed her, that Gucci had showed her. And LATRICE did that backstabbing bullshiggity because of her personal life. You're flaky and indecisive in your personal life. You're going to bring that same energy into business. And people don't understand that who you are in business, that has a lot to do with who you are personally too. It simply transfers over. And that's what you did, LATRICE. You backstabbed this woman. Well, it was just business. And my husband told me it's lonely at the top. No, he said that shit so he can control you. And it works. Okay? A man ain't gonna stop doing some shit that works. So if him breaking you down, putting you in lowest terms, telling you, stuff that sound nice, right? If he is able to say and do all of those things and get away with it, why should I stop doing it? Okay, but yeah, I'm not surprised at how she snaked Gucci at all. Latrice addresses Gucci for how she came at her when she came to her fitness event. She felt like Gucci was all on her tail. And she was nice, when Marie came. Marie was late too, but she felt like she gave Marie more of a welcome. And of course she did that, Latrice, because you snaked her behind her back and she was hurt. She thought y'all was friends. And then you saying little shit in your confessional about how, oh, well, she must be jealous of me and Selena's relationship and she just mad her man want his ex-wife and like all this bullshiggity. She jealous that my man, he's so in love with me. Is he in love with you? You're delusional. That man ain't in love with you. He's in love with controlling you. How many times, people, do I have to tell y'all that? These men, they don't love these women. They love controlling them, breaking them down, putting them in lowest terms. That's what Glen is over there doing to Tisha. That's what Zaddy is over there doing to Latrice. Okay? Tambra don't want to be bothered with Damon, because she know he ain't no damn good. I feel like all those skeletons is gonna come out. Okay. Gucci tells Latrice that she could have just talked to her if she was going to go with another realtor. They mentioned later, I think Maria's the one that mentioned that Gucci should have gave Latrice a non-compete. Gucci said this tested her friendship with Latrice. Well, I hope you learn you don't have one with her. She can't even depend on herself to show up for her own marriage. She can't even be a big girl and get rid of this man that's bringing her down. So, of course, she's going to act flaky with you. What do you expect? Did y'all hear Latrice when she said, I'm not a snake, honey, but King Cobra actually has a nice ring to it? No, ma'am. Like, that's not cute. You don't treat your friends like that. Okay? Like, and the fact that she can't even admit that she did Gucci the wrong way. That's what's pathetic to me. Girl, your morals, your values, your character, your integrity, it's not there, sis. You need to go find it, go build it up. But you're not going to get better within your friendships with women until you get rid of that raggedy man. Period. So next we got Aikisha and Josh. Aikisha is going to Josh to get her makeup done. I guess they've been knowing each other for a few years. Josh ends up telling Aikisha that, he's tired of being in the middle of Latrice and Cliff's fights. He's sick of Latrice, complaining to him about her husband, and all she do is just run right back to him. He's sick of Cliff controlling Latrice. And actually, Josh mentioned that Cliff yelled at him about, you ain't gonna have no place to live. You ain't gonna have no job. Aikisha mentioned to Josh, well, honey, you need to be working on your B, C, and D plan, honey, of getting up out of their house and finding you another job, because if you have to walk on eggshells and you can't really be yourself, like, you're going to have to get your stuff together, without Latrice. And, her husband, he shouldn't be talking to you in that way. Josh tells Aikisha about Cliff popping up at M-Bar, and he has a tracker on Latrice's phone. And Aikisha was like, really better not ever do that, because this marriage is built off of trust. Yeah, Aikisha, that's your marriage, but the rest of these marriages, honey, it look like they are built off of insecurity and fear and control. And all of that, you guys, is of the devil, So it's just like anything that's built out of that, it's not gonna last. And you can stay in it all day, but it's just going to break your spirit down. Okay? And you gonna be treating people like LATRICE is treating Gucci, any kind of way. You're not gonna have really no remorse or no empathy for how you do people, because you feel like, well, hell, I'm being abused. So, like, you're really gonna be in the dark with how you come across. Same with LATISHA. LATISHA looked like a damn fool. She was talking all that boss woman shit until Glen knocked on that door and she was like a damn schoolgirl. I said, y'all need to get y'all stuff together on this show, honey. Talking about y'all some bosses. Honey, make it make sense. Josh mentioned that Cliff waited until the cameras was off for him to be all up in his face. So he did actually cuss Josh out and was like physically all in his face. Now, he already did that to LATRICE, and every time, you guys, they play that, I cringe, because I'm like, wow, that is just so abusive. I'm going to say this, Carlos, you really need to get your head out of the clouds when it comes to this show. I feel like Carlos has a lot of old school messaging when it comes to marriages and relationships. Like, this isn't cute, like, at all. This is disrespectful. This is abusive. You should be worried about LATRICE's safety. Not just exploiting it for the show. Like with him all in her, like with Cliff all in LATRICE's face like that, you guys, he just looked like he was about to hit her. And I believe he hits her, when those cameras are down. I can see it. Okay, he's cursing at her, calling her bees. He had got all up in Josh's personal space too. The camera didn't catch that, but hell, did it need to? We already know how Cliff gets down. And like, I'm sick of all of this old school, well, a man go be a man, and a man is in control of his woman, and no, that shit is abuse. Okay? That's abuse, that's ego, because just because you are older does not mean that you are lord over anybody's life. That doesn't mean you have the right to physically and mentally and emotionally abuse your significant other, and then your excuse for it is, well, I'm the man. No. Like, and I feel like Carlos, he plays into that, especially on this show. He'll just say, oh, well, the men are, they're alphas, and I don't give a damn about that. I'm worried about these women. Are they safe? You got Glen, his crazy psychotic ass popping up on LATISHA. It's just too much. Josh mentions that after Cliff talked to him so badly, Treese didn't defend him. I guess Josh now feels a way about butting into LATRICE and Cliff's business. He did say something along the lines of, I shouldn't have done that. Akeisha gets to telling him that he paid for a lesson. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you can't be in people's house talking mess to them, even if they are wrong, right? But I always felt like Josh was being in defense of LATRICE because she's clearly being abused and disrespected. So, yeah, I guess he done moved out. I knew, though, from watching Josh and Akeisha had this conversation, I'm like, oh, LATRICE is not gonna like this. She gonna feel like she can't trust Josh, okay? So next, honey, we got LATRICE. She goes to visit LATISHA at her office, and LATISHA gives her some pointers on public speaking. And honey, that LATRICE need a lot of work. It seems like it comes natural to LATISHA. LATISHA feels like LATRICE needs to get out of her own head and speak from the heart, but I say she goes struggle with doing that because This marriage has taken precedent over everything that's going on in LATRICE's life. So yeah, she got this speaking engagement that she has to speak at, but in the back of her head, like she's in fear for her life. But I know some of y'all will be like, well, she ain't too much in fear. She ain't left yet. But this situation with Cliff, it got this girl nervous. LATRICE ain't never been this shook up. Okay. So yeah, she had to run through her little speech with LATISHIA several times. She is stuck in her head, but she's stuck in her head because of how her man is treating her. You know, so child, just a mess. LATRICE says she feels like she's going through some type of whirlwind as it pertains to her marriage. And then she asks LATISHIA, you know, why are you looking for an apartment? Like, what is keeping you with Glendale? That cracks me up when she called him Glendale. And LATISHIA says fear. But LATISHIA, I just feel like you got enough money, you got enough support from this show to get the hell away from that man. And we're gonna see what it looks like, next week? Glen is gonna be crying about losing his mother, a grandmother, and then y'all gonna be back together because he done had a death in the family? No, ma'am. Like, you allowing that man to use and play you and use his family members to do that. That's why I never too much, you guys, I don't like to hear from people when somebody passed in their family, especially if it's a friend or something and we're at odds. Don't come around me using that shit as an excuse for your behavior. And you're not going to get in conversation with me just because somebody died. Like, I feel like people become master manipulators when people die all of a sudden. It's like, yeah, I'll use that to kind of get back in with her and maybe she'll feel sorry for me. I won't. Okay, I'm going to still, stick it to your ass. Okay? But yeah, girl, LATISHIA, it just, this whole scene with LATRICE, you're trying to do some type of women's empowerment with her, but shit, y'all need to be empowering each other on getting out of these toxic marriages, okay? Make it make sense. The fact that you're joking around, LATISHIA, about, sleeping with your husband with a condom on. Like, isn't that one of the benefits to marriage, to be able to have sex without a condom? So the fact that you are like able to laugh with LATRICE about having this man put on a condom, like, what is the purpose? Like, this show, you guys, truly represents why I am not married to certain men. Okay, I'll say that. But it's just like, what is the purpose of being married? You got to still sleep with the man with a condom. You can't trust him. Like, that child, run away from me with this. Like, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way. Tisha begins telling LATRICE that she's over Tambra and all her lies. LATISHIA wants Tamra to fess up about not wanting Aikisha in the group text. I'm like, child, she ain't gonna never do that. Tamra is a liar. Okay, like, she really disgusts me, you guys. So next, honey, we got Miss Marie. She is having lunch with Miss Tambra Cherie, okay? Marie, I just feel like my reputation is, it's led off of integrity and character. And I'm looking like, Tambra, girl, shut your ass up. Tambra sounds fake and phony, you guys. I don't see it for this broad. I've learned to gain my audience trust. Girl, don't nobody trust you. Okay? Marie tells Tambra, I feel like you dance around certain topics instead of just answering the damn questions. Marie says it comes off like you're just being untruthful. I feel like Tambra is one of those people that's very ambiguous with her so-called friends and even her man. Like, even with her and Damon, she doesn't come off like she's gonna get married to him. She don't come off like she's happy to be engaged, like she wants to have his babies. She come off like she don't even want him there. Like their engagement, well, she said they ain't even engaged. I thought they was engaged. I don't know where I got that from, honey. Okay, probably another one of her lies. I just feel like Tambra doesn't want people to know her in a transparent light. Period. Tambra began saying about the whole Akeisha situation that she just wanted them to make sure that Akeisha wanted to be added to the group text thread. Like, oh my God, just such a liar, girl. I think that, Marie is full of BS at this point. Honey, that's what Miss Robinson think of you. Okay, yo, fake ass LaToya Jackson, Miss Cleo, like, girl. She remind me of a whole bunch of people, honey. Just fake and phony. Miss Robinson ain't got time for that, okay? So Marie asked Tambra, have you ever been in a long-term relationship or engaged? Tambra says all of her relationships have been long. True T, I was dating for a long time. So, honey, allegedly, honey, Tambra's ex-man then sent Marie a picture, honey, to clear his name. Marie wants to know if Tambra and Damon's relationship is real or not. Marie said it would validate if this new man is telling the truth or not. I guess the man is saying Tambra is really with him. Child, Tambra ain't with nobody, honey. She ain't even with herself, okay? I don't believe Tambra and Damon's relationship. It just seems like very off-putting. So Marie was like, so Damon was your first engagement, and then Tambra was like, me and Damon, we're not engaged. And I'm like, why the hell did we all think that? Didn't they get engaged or something last year? Child, Tambra, you hustle all the way backwards. You claim you wanted to get married. We gonna get to it when you get to Damon. I'm gonna drag you. I'll drag you in your section, girl. Tambra says she was proposed to in the past, she just didn't accept. Marie says she feels like Tambra is hiding her true self from the collective to protect her character. It don't seem like she has much character with all this damn lying that she doing. Okay, make it make sense. So next, honey, we got Akeisha and LATRICE. They meet up with LATRICE's grandchildren, honey. LATRICE looked like a little 12-year-old. She looked lost with them kids, honey. Bless her heart. Okay, Akeisha was like, child, LATRICE don't need to have no kids, honey. Okay. I like when Akeisha, when she had her one-on-one with LATRICE, I like that she told LATRICE, you're always going to be busy. You're always going to have a lot going on. So you're either going to incorporate kids within that or not. And because LATRICE act like, oh, well, once I slow down, then I'll be ready to have kids. That's not how that go. You got to put that in there. And Akeisha was like, well, so is it you that don't, is it because you don't want kids or you don't want to have kids with your husband? And LATRICE was like, no, it's me. Girl, no, it's your husband. Because you know damn well once you have a baby with that man, he go be clowning and acting a damn fool. He already acting a fool with it just being y'all. Okay, it's a big ass red flag to not have any kids with him. Okay, because of everything you going through with him now, it's going to get worse with the kids. He's going to use those children or child to continue to control you. Okay, so do not bring any children into a marriage like that. Okay? I feel like LATRICE does a lot of double talking. Like in one breath, she'll be like, oh, well, I don't want no kids with my husband because we got to talk about boundaries and him respecting me. And then in the next breath, you're saying he's over protecting you. So you know that there is something wrong with his behavior towards you. Okay, and this is why, you guys, LATRICE can't fully show up. Like, she's in the scenes with the ladies, but she ain't really there. Because of everything that's going on with Chris. He has, not Chris, with Cliff. Everything that's going on with Cliff, he has broken her down, you guys. And it's chipping away at her confidence, at her self-esteem. Please put it in the comments, you guys, if you guys have noticed that as well. She's just like different from how she was season 1. I always saw through her though. Season 1, I knew she was full of shit and was hiding something. So I'm not all that surprised, but she's different. So Akeisha gets to telling LATRICE how Josh was doing her makeup, and he updated her on how everything was going down, honey, between LATRICE and Mr. Cliff. And LATRICE didn't like that. She don't like that, other people can hear how toxic her marriage is. Because a lot of times when you're being abused in these type of marriages, what does the person want to do? They want to isolate you from your friends and your family. And you want things to be a secret too. Because it's kind of like having Stockholm syndrome where you are protecting your abuser. Okay. LATRICE mentioned the water crisis, and that's why, she allowed Josh to stay with her and Cliff. LATRICE tells Akeisha, my husband just didn't like Josh all up in our business, aka he doesn't want to be held accountable or responsible for his disrespect towards you. Period. I like that Akeisha said to her, well, was Josh all up in your business, or was you putting Josh in the middle of y'all business? And it's the latter. It was LATRICE, running to gossip with Josh. They showed the clips. Okay, so like LATRICE, you gonna have to stop playing that game with Josh, because he don't want to be in the middle of y'all bullshiggity. So LATRICE gets offended that Akeisha knows so much about how Cliff was talking to Josh. Now, mind you, Akeisha wasn't even really messy about it. Like, she didn't really say any explicit details about what Cliff said or did to Josh. She was very neutral, when discussing the issues between Cliff and Josh. So for LATRICE to get all up in her feelings like that, child, you up here trying to protect your abusive husband, okay? Like, you don't need to check Josh, you need to check yourself, okay? LATRICE says to Akeisha there are certain boundaries within the workplace that her and Josh don't have with each other that, they have to clear up. But LATRICE, it's on you, because you like to dump on Josh and then run back to Cliff as if nothing ever happened with the two of you all. So, girl, it's your doing. So next we got Tambra and Damon and they fake relationship, honey. And Tambra gets to telling Damon Quasi, her manager, is pushing this podcast on her, and she's thinking about doing it. Tambra gets to saying that she's trying to make time for everybody, but sometimes you just can't. At least she's trying. And she's talking about Damon. And I'm like, if you claim you love this man and you want to spend the rest of your life with him, why wouldn't he be a priority? But we are talking about lying ass Tambra. So, ciao. So is Tambra looking for another place to stay? Like, what type of relationship y'all in? She get to get on Damon, you go to bed at 8 o'clock, our schedules are different. Girl, bye. You ain't trying to build no life with this man, okay? You trying to separate yourself from him. And you probably is seeing somebody else, okay? Those skeletons about to come out. I came to live with you and you bribed me and, I never got my ring. Oldest trick in the book, okay? You don't live with no man until y'all is married. Okay, these niggas will promise you anything, okay? I knew the type of hood booger-ish that Damon was giving, honey, from last season with that girl Tasha, or whatever her damn name is, okay? The fact that there was a girl with an Isha involved, honey, I knew Damon was up to no good, honey, okay? But yeah, like, Tambra, girl, stop playing with us, okay? I'm getting a migraine. Damon hasn't given me a ring yet. And Damon said, I'm going to give Tambra what she want, but until then, honey, we on my bruh man shit, which is, you know, we just chilling, kicking it in the cut. So I guess Damon told Tambra, honey, the ring is at the house. Girl, he set you up and you fell for it, okay? I can't feel sorry for you. Tambra, girl, you got a Play-Doh personality. Okay, so child, Damon just playing with you, just playing, you know, with his Play-Doh when it come to you, girl. He go mold y'all into whatever he wants y'all to be, honey. Okay, which is nothing. This relationship is fake. Damon be looking away like he halfway sleep. He ain't interested. I believe Tambra got another man, honey, on the other side of the track somewhere that's gonna come out and just spill all the tea, honey. I just see it. What y'all think? So, honey, the last scene is the last scene. We got So Gucci and LATISHIA. They get together because So Gucci then found Tisha this house. Marie comes in because she's going to sign for the new place. It's going to be Marie's place and Marie's name. That way, Mr. Glen can't mess up nothing, okay? He ain't running nothing up over there. And Tisha, if it was your place, he still shouldn't be able to run nothing. All you got to do is call the boys in blue. Okay, what the hell you waiting on? Child, So Gucci said in her confessional, LATRICE, take notes. This is how friends support each other. I was like, I know that's right. I did like this little scene with all of them, you know, clicking up to help a sister out, right? LATISHIA tells Gucci what LATRICE said about her. LATRICE said that Gucci could not produce. That's why she went to another realtor. Tisha said Gucci was focusing too much on her workouts. I guess that's what LATRICE had told her. And Gucci started laughing. They all started laughing. I thought that was funny. Marie mentions the non-compete agreement, and that's what, you know, Gucci should have had LATRICE sign. Marie mentions that why is it now that Gucci can't produce when LATRICE has been using Gucci to purchase all of her property, unless that's a lie too. I was like, ooh, child, we ain't hear about all this, okay? So while they talking about LATRICE, honey, Glen walks in looking like bruh man, honey, from the fifth floor. LATISHIA looked like her daddy came in and caught her with another man, honey, okay? Like, LATISHIA got up so quick, I was like, child, ain't no way in hell. Marie asks Glen, why you stalking her? Glen say, I'm not stalking her, that's still my wife. I told y'all that's why I don't do that married game, honey, because Miss Robinson need to be able to tell your ass, bye, fool. Okay, we are done. So that's why I don't be playing when it come to that marriage stuff, because I know how these niggas on the first floor, I know how they set up. Okay, they want you to be stuck with them forever. Okay. Marie get to yelling at Glen, this my place, this my place. LATISHIA trying to, you know, get them to stop arguing. She don't want Marie to punch Glen in the face, honey. Glen said he didn't see everything. I'm like, oh, you didn't see the paperwork? So Gucci shows him the paperwork. Glen said that right there don't mean nothing. Glen asked Marie, why are you signing the lease for my wife anyway? Marie was like, cause she my girl. Glen tell Marie, you already got exes. You need to leave my stuff alone. Glen says, worry about that married man you got. Child, this nigga's got a tantrum going, okay? He just trying to deflect. He just trying to distract, you know, everybody from, you know, getting LATISHIA to leave his crusty, dusty ass. Okay, LATISHIA girl, you really should have been gone after this scene. LATISHIA started pleading with Glen to get him to stop. Marie just looking at him like, look at this joker, he look a fool. So Tisha takes Glen outside. She's embarrassed. She don't like that he's saying ugly things to Marie. Gucci says, honey, never in all of her real estate years has she seen some bullshiggity honey like this from the first floor. Tisha says in her confessional, Glen is tracking her phone and recording her. So girl, why are you still with this man? You need to run and fast. Marie ends up calling LATISHIA back in and tells Glen to get out of her house because this is her house. LATISHIA says this is not love. Exactly, girl. Where is the love? So you really need to leave. And I don't want to hear about how you've been knowing this man for 20 plus years. Okay, we all got that story somewhere. Okay, but you need to get out of this. Marie tells Glen, go find a toy to play with up at the Walmart, honey. I was cracking up. Yes. Marie tells LATISHIA, girl, I would never tell you to leave your husband, but Glen is crazy. Like, what are you sticking around for? And I'm with her. I'm so glad Marie said that. Tisha says she's been with Glen for so long, she is scared to leave him. Tisha begins making excuses for Glen, saying he has all these abandonment issues. He's been neglected as a child. Girl, ain't all these niggas been neglected? Who cares? Vote for yourself. Okay, shout out to Iyanla. Okay, vote for you. What is you thinking about Glen for? He ain't thinking about you and your well-being. He keep cheating on you, wasting your time. Okay, you get one life and you are like using all your life's energy to deal with this raggedy first floor man. Make it make sense. Get rid of him. I don't care if he's your child's father. We got to get rid of people that like to waste time. So now LATISHA ain't go get this house, and she's just telling Gucci, you know, whatever you got to do, you know, to undo all of this, it's fine. I'm not going to be able to take this place. It's like, girl, why do you keep blocking your blessings? Maria is like, girl, this is crazy. And once again, honey, Gucci ain't got no sale from you heifers. Okay? Almost. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about all of that, honey. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.